Today, I'm going to be checking out the cheapest piccolo on the internet. So with my wife's birthday coming up, well, you already had it.
Yep, belated birthday.
So with her birthday coming up, I figured I'd do what any great husband does. I jumped onto AliExpress and I found the cheapest piccolo. Coming in at $53. I am going to be pretty dang happy if this thing even plays, but will she be happy?
So
no, just come in.
Okay.
Now away from my hand. A little farther, a little more. And now just kind of like hop up straight.
You're back.
So you want to open this thing? Please be a piccolo. This would be a very short video if this thing is not a piccolo.
Storm out of here.
No, I'm just sleeping on the couch.
Ooh.
It looks kind of crumpled up.
But it does say piccolo.
Does it? Oh, ho, ho.
Ooh.
That's a nice case.
I like that.
Don't open it yet.
Okay.
So they bring us a little bag like every good cheap instrument does. You go ahead and open that up.
It's not a bad color. Ooh, it's got a string. Probably bigger than the whole instrument.
This is like the fanciest case I think we've gotten so far. It's actually hard. That's pretty cool for like $50.
Can I open it?
No, you can't. Show them the case.
All right, like this.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Such nice latches on there. Ooh, that's way nicer than my flute case was.
Okay. You can take those
No, I'm so excited for this. It's got white gloves. She gets to try them on.
At least they'd fit my hands.
Well, let's see. Maybe they're too small for your hands. What do you think?
They're uncomfortable. They make me feel like I'm a valet in a, time period piece.
I want to be sleeping on that couch.
No, thank you.
What do you mean, no thank you? Those are beautiful gloves.
And we get yet another.
This is oh yes, they give us another cloth. This one probably doesn't have a string on it.
It's itty bitty.
Yeah, that's what the inside of that case looks like that. We also got a screwdriver.
All right, first off, before I start to play this instrument, I have a little bit of a backstory. So in high school, when I was a junior, I became first chair. So naturally, you play piccolo if you're first chair. I could not get a sound to come out of my school's piccolo. And I was like, wow, I suck. I am not good enough to play the piccolo. And I considered that until I was about 30 years old. And then I tried my new school's piccolo and I could actually play the thing. So if this doesn't work, it doesn't mean you can't play the piccolo. It just means it's probably not a very good piccolo.
Or maybe she's just not very good.
Sorry. All right.
Oh man.
The head joint.
Look how cute it is.
It's very cute. It's very heavy duty, honestly. Like versus some of the other piccolo head joints that I've seen. Not bad.
You want to talk about the color?
The color is a black, kind of.
She didn't want a silver one.
Yeah, I didn't want a full silver one. This one is like, I don't know what kind of finishing paint is on it. Matte. Kind of like a matte black.
It's not very shiny.
No, it's not. Do they have a tuning rod? Is it in the main instrument?
These are the questions.
I don't know.
I would have never even thought to ask. Do piccolos have tuning rods?
Yes, dear, they do. And here we go.
Hey, it has one.
So, before we get to the main body, I do want to kind of see where the head joint is factoring out. Needs to be adjusted just a little bit.
Oh man, you're gonna get some angry commenters that are like, you shouldn't be doing that, that should be a test.
Yeah, probably, but you know what? I also don't care. Sorry, I do care a little. Typically, on a tuning rod with a flute or piccolo, the line should be in the center of the head joint. And right now it's kind of sitting just a little bit too high. So that is what I'm trying to resolve first, getting that centered. But of course, with some of these newer things, the cork in the head joint doesn't always want to move. There isn't any
No cork grease?
cork grease with this, which makes sense. It's a very tiny case. We have to push
I don't know, maybe we just
down.
shouldn't mess with it.
All right.
So we don't break it.
Just gonna be slightly out of tune. Let's try this first.
She played so powerfully that she pushed the case over.
Our dogs are gonna hate this video. Good, I can sound fairly easy, which is good, because streamlined airflow is probably the hardest thing about playing a piccolo.
Oh, just right into my right ear.
Anyway, not too bad.
I feel like piccolo is one of those instruments that you're either really good at.
Sorry, I had to go ahead.
She's too excited. You're either really good at or you're just terrible, and there's no in between. So I'm gonna play this thing too, and I'm gonna be terrible, and I'm just letting you know in advance.
The only bragging rights I have is that I can play the flute and the piccolo better than this one here. So let's see how easily this head joint slides into the main body of the
No,
piccolo.
we're not. We're not doing that yet.
Ugh.
We're gonna look at the parts.
I just want to play the piccolo. Go ahead.
The things aren't even moving. See, we got to figure this stuff out first. We can't play this thing unless all the keys actually come up, and they're not coming up. Okay, so this is something worth noting. So if you look here on this guy, it comes with these little spacers actually in it. You got to take those out. If you do buy this thing, first of all, it's probably a good thing those little spacers are in there, if you can see them. I know it's kind of hard, it's the little clear things, because it protects the instrument and travels. 7, I think we're good. This thing has some tiny keys. You got to be like a little baby person to be able to play this thing. Ugh.
So, looking at the main body, this is a Slade branded piccolo, which is actually pretty fancy. I can show you the little, I'm guessing, engraved trademark there.
Now, when it comes to these cheapo instruments, I just kind of assume that they're all basically the same thing. I don't know that for a fact, but like whether it's like a Slade or like a no brand or whatever, I kind of just lump them all in as the same thing. I had a Slade tenor saxophone that was not great, so I'm hoping that their piccolo turns out to be a little bit better.
Okay. So the cool thing about this one is I'm looking at the keys, which are obviously super tiny. All the pads seem to be pretty well aligned. Thank you, tiny little space savers that helped keep our thing safe in travel. This is kind of unique. We don't see this a lot. There's like a little side buffer on this. I don't know if it's just to kind of help keep it in a grip.
Looks like one of those little violin things you put up to your chin, like that.
Yeah, that's definitely not what that's for.
All right, let's see if it slides in. Pro tip here, don't put any cork grease or anything on this little part here when you're putting it in there. Only a silly person would do that. Don't do that on a flute or a piccolo.
Did you do that on a flute?
I did that on my first flute video.
Yeah, cool.
Do you not watch my videos? Would you not know that?
You've made a lot of videos. Twist, never just shove the thing straight into the instrument. I kind of line up my mouth hole. Your mouth hole. What do you call it?
I don't know.
The hole on the mouthpiece with the keys. So it's like centered. Okay. I think we're about good to go. Can I play a first note? Do you want to give it an overview to the camera? Don't you dare play the first note though, or I will divorce you.
You go for it.
All right.
Play a B flat. Blah.
You should get out of tuning thing. I can get my tuning thing if you want.
Okay.
Tiny bit more, you said, and I didn't register it because I was too excited to play the instrument that I've been waiting for years for.
Pretty airy. I don't know if that's the horn or you or...
It's me. I mean, honestly, again, I've not played the piccolo for ages, so like, I can play it. I'm not a professional.
I promise you I'm not throwing you under the bus for your playing abilities. I'm gonna be worse. Oh my God, that's so loud. Yeah.
Interesting.
Let me try it.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be totally honest with you. I do not trust my little microphone here to pick up the sounds of a piccolo. So if you look over here, I have been using the Earthworks Icon Pro. Now, the thing about this microphone is that I did not actually have the capability of being able to record it until this sponsorship, which is the Duet 3 by Apogee. The Duet 3 is an audio interface. If you don't know what an audio interface was, I didn't either. An audio interface is a device that takes analog sound and turns it into digital sound. If you go to my keyboard video, at the beginning of that video, I used these microphones for everything. And what I did was I shoved them close to speakers and I just recorded the audio coming straight from the speakers. That's a pretty unprofessional way of recording things. So towards the end of that video, I actually got the Duet 3. So I hooked my Osmos directly into this, and the sound quality for the second half of that video was so much better. And you can also see here that I have their optional dock. Now, why this is a great setup is because I can just come over here and actually pull it out from its little dock here, and I can just take it with me, which is awesome. Now, in the making of this video, I have learned that not all audio interfaces should be treated equally. This one has 2 inputs, so you can play the guitar and sing at the same time, for example. Or if you're like me, you can talk into a mic while playing a keyboard like I did in my past video. I've never ran into one hiccup setting this thing up. It was really easy to understand, and this from someone who's never used one before. So I would like to thank Apogee and Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. If you're in the market for an audio interface, check out the Duet 3 and check it out on Sweetwater Music, where they have some of the best customer service and shipping in the biz. I'm going to hook this thing back up so we can continue the video. Let's get my wife back here. Oh, you know what? I really do like this little pointer thing.
Yeah,
I wonder if this is like standard on some piccolos or not. Oh God, it just feels like I'm like Godzilla holding this thing. I wonder if that's me or if that's the horn.
What one are you trying to play?
D. You try that. Try like a D and an E flat. I'm having a heck of a time.
The E flat's airy.
Yeah, your D was better than mine. I want you to push that down, and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna spill my pop. And I'm gonna look at the thing here. Okay.
E flat is airy.
You know, the problem I have too, my leak light is going to be too big
Yeah, it is.
to fit into the instrument.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. So how do people leak light flutes, man?
Well, this is right on the end at least, so.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to turn off 18 million lights in this room to check out a leak.
Sorry. Murder weapon. Anyway, Colonel Mustard in the library with a piccolo. Can I have my flute, please? Man, flute sounds so low toned compared to a piccolo. There's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this
like
is an itty
you
bitty
could
thing.
listen to it and not kill yourself.
Yeah.
Try the beginning of this again.
It sounds like you're beatboxing with the piccolo.
No, I'm not swapping
Okay.
nothing. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Here, you scooch out of here. Let a pro go. All right. So this is the piccolo under, a professional. Don't laugh at me. Are you laughing? Oh, I thought you were laughing.
No, I cringed.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, man, the pads look okay still. I just don't
E-flat
know.
sus. I don't know what's going on there, whether the key just doesn't open up fully or whether there's some other sort of leak.
It could be us sucking though. That's the worst part about it. I just don't know for sure whether it's just us sucking.
Oh no.
You don't know.
Pen in on my face. Oh no. I want to torture myself. Do you mind?
Yeah, sure. Man, that thing just pierces your eardrum soul. Can you not hear that?
You
or
can't
feel
laugh
that?
at
It
you get
hurts, man.
desensitized after a while. It seems to be hard to jump between the registers. So like if you're going octave jumping from D to D, that's a bit of challenging. Not that you can't do it. It just takes a lot more adjusting than like the piccolo that I'm used to takes.
Okay, scooch. My turn.
You do just sound like a beatboxing.
I'm really bad at this. You know, there's gotta be, I hate to say it, I really think there's something wrong with the two notes down here. And like, yeah, it could be me, but it might not be, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. Just, I'm not making great content right now. I'm
Yeah,
more
you need to
concerned
think about the content, Jenna.
I don't care about the content. I care about my instrument. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. This is the part that you can put over my head, not caring
called?
about the content.
Not to C.
It is a C natural. I'm playing
That can't be
other
right.
notes. I know.
Place F, G, A, B flat, C. C doesn't sound right.
Yeah, there's something amiss.
Yeah, what's happening here? It's so flat.
Yeah, there's something's wrong.
Yeah, this I think is supposed to be opening up. Play like C sharp. Are we that out of tune? Okay, play F. That's pretty good. That C is so flat. Why? Is that supposed to be up higher? Yeah, man. When I pulled up on it, it came into tune a little bit more. Just see in comparison, look how much travel this has. Like it's coming up and down pretty far, right? That's a lot of travel. Now, if you look on this side, this is the travel I'm complaining about. It's doing okay on this side. Like that's okay. This side is not really enough, I don't think. It kind of looks like the pad's not in all the way. I need like a piece of paper. Oh, hey, there is something in here. I almost forgot. This thing comes with this book. It says Wind Instrument Owner Manual. Look at there. Wow, it does say Laid Instruments. I really thought it was Slade. Sincerely thank you for purchasing the Laid Instruments. Laid is a weird name. And then why use that swoopy S with the design? That's just bad design. So apparently it's a Laid instrument. I'm gonna call it Slade anyways, because I don't care.
In the thing.
Nope, calling it Slade. All right. When I'm pushing this down, the other one doesn't even get to go down all the way because it's like this one's too close. Jenna, why'd you make me buy you this?
Yes, I said buy the cheapest piccolo instrument that you possibly could.
Yeah, why would you do that? You do something a little nicer, you know? All right, I'm gonna take it all the way out here. Jenna left me. She doesn't like standing over here anymore.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm looking at the booklet.
At least you could do is just sit in frame, you know? So you're like
I didn't know if I was allowed to bring a chair.
You know, if you can't even be here, why should they?
Rude.
I know, it is rude.
Enter our first marital spat on YouTube.
And unfortunately...
We're past the return window because you waited so long.
It's pretty well past her birthday at this point, unfortunately. I take too long to make videos.
Laid music, that is crazy.
I know. All right, we're gonna go nuclear.
Don't break it, it's so cute.
Oh, I'm using my frickin' pliers to weigh down my mic. Oh. If I break this thing, we're just done. I don't recommend this. At this point, you should just send it back if this kind of thing happens. But we are past that window. We're gonna do some handiwork here. And then all the people in the comments that know a darn can be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And it's gonna be really funny for everybody. I'm gonna ruin this freaking pad.
You turn it into a lamp.
Well, the pad came out. So if anyone was keeping score at home, I ruined the pad. Getting all the tools, trying to not break crap. Piccolos are stupid.
Is it alright if I chill over there?
No, it's not. Because I'm gonna need you to pull the screw out, is why I said no. That was totally my reason and not just because I'm being a jerk. Thank you. Ugh, now we're officially to Chase doesn't like this instrument anymore point. I liked it for a little while. Now, this is the piece in question. I think part of the problem is the pad is just really high compared to the other one.
Here, let me pull the glue out.
Yeah, do that. So there's a boatload of glue in the bottom of this thing.
Yeah,
if I take the glue out, maybe it will actually be able to get all the way to the bottom. I think maybe that's a problem because I doubt they're like using different size pads.
I have fingernails.
I'm trying to do it in the camera, love, so that they can see my fantastic handiwork. So if I can put like a tiny bit of glue in there and then put it back in.
This might have to be on hold.
Never. We stop for nobody.
I mean, you pause sometimes for yourself, so.
Never. Case is nice, you know, $50 for a case. It's not bad. At the end of the day, this is a great case. $50 case for your Piccolo. What more can you want?
Spare head joint.
Yeah, the head joint's good. So we took all the glue out. Now, I'm gonna put the pad back in. Not gluing it yet. I can do that later. Oh man, that is a lot better though, I'll tell you. That's what we look like now without the glue. You'll see and notice that the one that is lower now is actually the one that was higher before. I'm like darn near sure that that's gonna fix our problem. We're hoping. Put it back together, put it back together. Hoping this darn instrument plays because it's too late to return it. All right, we're making noise at least. Now when I push down, the opposite problem is happening where it is hitting here first instead of here. We're gonna need to find a middle ground eventually. For now, we're just gonna see if I can get C in tune. Pretty good on that one now. So now, you see how that is what I'm looking at? So now I gotta...
So we're gonna have leakage on B flat is what you're saying?
Well, and yeah, or no on everything. I made the instrument worse. C works now though. So, yeah, I know it sucks. Come on, work for me, you know you want to. Things you shouldn't have to do when you buy an instrument. Jenna left me again.
I am right here. Out of frame.
She left me.
Not out of mind.
Got 3 cameras in here and she can't be in one of them. All right, here we go. Fixed it. This isn't janky at all. This is how it's supposed to work, obviously. So all you gotta do is you gotta get it so that, you know, these all keys work. And then once you realize that the padding under this isn't far enough, you have to grab some paper and then you need to push the paper under there so that it creates a tiny little, you know, buffer to give it a little bit more juice to push down. And then when you push that down, now it's good. It's good, just like they intended, right? So go ahead and try it. As long as we don't lose this little piece of paper in here, it's gonna play great.
We'll find a more permanent solution to that.
Like glue.
Like
for the paper. I mean, like that, it sounds less airy now. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it sounds good. But we're gonna pull Stars and Stripes back up and she's gonna be so darn good at it now because the piccolo is working.
Passing as okay. Not good.
G not working now? Did you lose
no,
your paper?
I'm just...
No, paper's still there.
Paper's still there. I'm looking at your head joint.
Our magic paper's still there.
Go to the trio part. I want to try it. Yeah, I mean, it's so much better. So
yay!
That's a slight thing that can be fixed. Can we try the low register quick?
All right, well, what are your opinions here to finish up? You know, what do you think?
So overall, how much?
53, I think.
53. Fantastic for a first-time piccolo. The fact that I actually own a piccolo now instead of having to steal a school's one to borrow is fantastic. There is obviously some issues going on with this. The fact that they had the weird key bending to begin with, the fact that the head joint, like it's got an overabundance of cork on the sides, which makes it really hard to adjust. I mean, in terms of how it looks, I'd say 10 out of 10 just because it's a very nice looking instrument. I love the fact that it has this little buffer here. It really helps stabilize the hand when you're playing it. The rest of the keys do seem to be lined up pretty well, so it's just the fact that we have this back one here kind of causing some issues. I'm excited, so that's kind of my specs with that.
And here's my specs. The problem you have with when you order online with this kind of stuff is you just never know what you're going to get. I could have been playing this thing for a long, long time and not actually realized that it was the instrument still being bad. I don't know if I really realized that B flat was actually bad until she started playing some lit with it, and I was just like, why can't I make this one note sound good? And because that B flat was bad, a lot of my lower notes were a little bit harder to play than they should have been because it wasn't actually sealing all the way on the top because they put too much glue in there. So I would say you get an instrument like this, make sure you've got somebody there who can test it and make sure all the buttons work correctly. Someone who actually plays piccolo would be able to fly through this thing and be like, oh yeah, the B flat's no good.
And I will say our repair person could absolutely fix it, but at that point you're spending twice as much.
Yeah. So if you want to just, you know, throw the dice and see if you can get like a fun little piccolo for pretty much no money, give it a shot. You may have better luck than us and maybe yours will come and it'll be perfect. If you get a perfect copy of this thing, I think it's going to be a pretty good instrument. If you get a copy like ours, just return it. It's not really worth the effort, I don't think. Am I sleeping on the couch?
No, but can I
Yay.
have this? This is mine now.
Good. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I had to fix the stupid thing.
Yeah.
And we just bought it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you check out my Patreon so that you can help support the channel. Like and subscribe, comment, do all the things. One more shout out to Apogee and Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. And there you go. Stay mad.
These are really dark jokes. How do you get two piccolo players to play in unison? You shoot one. Sorry.
Don't ruin the channel.
Yes. What is the range of a piccolo? 20 yards on a good day. Sorry, go on.